Like if you found the video valuable. Nora never believed in fate. She believed in routine. Every morning, 7:40 a.m., she'd walk into Harbor Grounds Café, order a medium flat white with oat milk, and sit by the window. Same table, same mug, same notebook where she pretended to write more than she actually did. And every morning, at exactly 7:47 a.m., he walked by. Dark coat, camera slung over his shoulder. Always looking slightly distracted, like he belonged to a different story. She didn't know his name. Didn't know where he was going. But she noticed the way he always slowed down at the cafe window. Just for a second. Just long enough to glance in. Just long enough to see her. She told herself it meant nothing. Coincidence. Timing. A trick of the universe. Until the morning he didn't walk by. The clock hit 7:48. No camera. No coat. Just strangers hurrying through the fog. For the first time in 6 months, her coffee tasted different. Flat. Empty. She didn't realize she was staring out the window until someone tapped the glass from the outside. It was him. But this time, he walked in. He didn't go to the counter. Didn't order a drink. He walked straight to her table and smiled, slightly out of breath. "Hi," he said. Nora blinked. Hi. I know this is weird. I walk past here every day. I've been meaning to come in, but I was scared you'd look at me like you're looking at me now." She laughed, nervously. "How am I looking at you? Like you're trying to decide if I'm insane or charming. And what's the answer? Too early to tell." He introduced himself. Caleb. He was a street photographer. Captured quiet moments, moving shadows, stories no one noticed. He admitted, somewhat shyly, that he'd been photographing her through the cafe window for weeks. "I liked how peaceful you looked," he said. "Like you were somewhere else entirely." "I was usually just avoiding emails," she replied. They talked for an hour that felt like 10 minutes. When he finally left, he said, "Same time tomorrow." She nodded. The window had never felt warmer. They met every day after that. Sometimes inside the cafe, sometimes walking the nearby park, sometimes sitting silently, listening to the city breathe. He showed her photos. She showed him pages from her half-finished novel. They didn't talk about the past, or define anything. It was all in the now. In laughter, in the smell of coffee, in the glances that lingered a little too long. Then one morning, he didn't show. Again, no text, no warning, just an empty sidewalk. Then a week, then 2. She checked social media. Nothing. His website was gone. She even asked the barista if he'd seen Caleb. The guy shrugged. Nora didn't cry, but her coffee stayed untouched for days. She didn't stop sitting at the window. Then one afternoon, weeks later, the barista handed her a worn, sealed envelope. "No return address," he said. "Guy dropped it off yesterday." Inside was a single photograph. Of her, sitting by the cafe window. Eyes distant, half smile. On the back, written in neat pen, "Some people take pictures to remember. I took yours because I couldn't forget." And beneath that, a second note, "Paris. Rue Molière. Small gallery. June 3rd. She almost didn't go. She had a deadline. Bills. Life. But something inside her whispered, "Don't let this be another what if." So she flew to Paris. The gallery was small, tucked between 2 bookstores. She stepped inside. Dozens of photographs lined the walls, each capturing moments between people. Glances, smiles, silhouettes. And then, at the center, was her. Sitting by the cafe window. Alone, unaware, beautiful. Next to the photo, a tiny placard. "Window girl. The moment I knew I'd never forget her." She turned, and there he was. Caleb, standing quietly behind her. No camera, just a single white flower in his hand. "I was afraid," he said. "So I left. But then I realized, the only thing scarier than losing you was never knowing what could have been." Nora stepped forward. "You should have told me. I'm telling you now." She took the flower, eyes never leaving his. "No more windows between us. No more waiting," he said. And then, finally, they kissed.